Hello, I'm Omolomo, and today I'm going to show you how to make use of the Batho web app. But before we start, I want to ask you one question. How much time do you think your team wasted on your last hire? How many potentially brilliant candidates did you miss because your process couldn't see their true potential? The businesses that will dominate the next decade aren't just using AI, they're becoming AI native. And today I'm going to show you how to make your recruitment your competitive advantage, starting with Module 1, our job postings. When you get here the first time, it should be blank. You just come and you click the Add Job button. Now you could fill out the form if you wished, but it's 2025, so let's make use of an AI job description generator. You come here and just tell it what you want, Act like you're in front of a restaurant and you get to tell them I want steak with a little bit of mushroom sauce. So you tell it what you want, write as if you're perhaps texting a friend, and hit generate job description. In a couple seconds, you should get a very well written, beautiful job description. That's not a bunch of bullet points that, objectively speaking, I really don't think anybody wants to read. So you come here, if you don't like something, you're free to edit it. Perhaps you think this title's a little too long. And you want to change the years. Let's make it 5. Add in your location. And create the job. Easy. Now here's the fun part. After every successful job creation, an application portal gets made, making it super easy for any of your applicants to come and apply. As you can see, simple, beautiful. Get your cover letters, resumes, certificates, and references. Once you've received all of your applications, you come down to the assessments module and you open it. Now, this is the part that, wastes the most time, and frankly, where recruitment kind of gets made or it's broken. This is where the best hires, you either capture them or you lose them. So there are 2 ways you can make use of this. If you use the application portal that I just showed you, you could click the process applications button, but because you just made the job and I don't have any time to go actually collect resumes, we're going to use our secondary example, which is the upload file box. Here, what you can do is simply take any resumes that you have. Perhaps you receive them through email, which you should stop. Use the application portal now. And you simply upload them. And the LLM will go through them, parse them, read them, compare and contrast, judge, filter, and truly see who fits your job description the best and give them a grade that aligns. So you come here, it'll tell you grab the basic contact details, what skills have been matched, what skills may be missing, as well as a simple summary of what's great and what's not so great about them, analysis. So let's say you want both these people, Candice as well as Kyle. Now we go to the shortlist. There's a beautiful shortlist showing you everything that's there about them. You can read everything you want to read, same things from before. But you can also get their resumes, get their cover letters, view their references, as well as download the certificates. Obviously, this only works if they came through the application portal. The ones that you manually uploaded, well, I presume they also uploaded their cover letters and their references as well. All of their references would be in the resume. But let's say you don't want Kyle anymore. You just hit the button and Kyle goes away. The next thing you're going to do from here is you most likely want to start scheduling your interviews. Let's assume our shortlist had 10 people for the sake of it. You just hit the send interview invites, choose a date, choose a time, tell them where it's going to be. I don't know, let's say you have a Furman Fairgrounds. Complex 17. I don't even know if this is a real place, but let's assume it is. And you can write any additional messages, right? In this case, reply to this email for any inquiries. You can put the email bwcompany@co.bw, and it sends out an invitation. I'm obviously not going to send out any invitation right now because that is not a real email there. Just like that, you've started your communications with your 10 shortlisted candidates without having to draft emails for every single one or even bother opening up your email service client. You'll just be seated there and each one will eventually talk to you without you having to go out to them first. But this is probably my favorite section, the interview preparation. Now, part of my issue with recruitment comes down to technical, which is a hiring manager would be involved primarily in the technical recruitment, but they don't always have the time. HR obviously most likely doesn't know anything about data science. So what we can do is that we can actually empower our HR personnel by allowing them to ask not only just behavioral, but also technical questions, therefore kind of freeing up the hiring manager to do these other things. So these questions, it'll generate a question set as well as evaluation criteria that allow us to truly be able to assess whether or not a candidate is fit for the job. Let's just give it a minute. Sometimes it does take a little while. Once you get your jobs, you'll get a set of questions, all of them technical and very specific to your specific job description, asking questions that directly relate to your firm. They are not templated questions, they are not average questions, and the fun part, you don't have to sit down and think about all of this. And remember, the LLM knows almost everything that is there to be known about the topic as of a certain date. So you are guaranteed that you are asking this person the best type of questions for that role, probably far better than any person could have. It'll also give you a suggested interview panel. And then of course the evaluation criteria. What is it that we should be looking for, or what counts as good answers? But let's say you don't want to even evaluate them yourselves. You can make use of the transcription and notes section. So you can set up an interview. You choose a job, you choose a candidate. Then you have two options. You can start recording directly here from the dashboard. So if you have a mic connected to a computer and you have your candidate there with you and are close enough that both the interviewer and the candidate can be heard, you can directly start recording. Or you could record your interview separately and actually just upload the audio of that interview. And what will happen here is that the AI will produce a transcript, and it'll also produce a set of notes to help you truly understand whether this candidate understood what is actually supposed to be happening when they're performing their tasks. It'll give you a set of green flags, a set of red flags, as well as feedback for the interviewer so that you can improve your interview process. It does take a while, sometimes anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. So I'll probably do a speed up and cut around here. And we are back. Here you will get a set of notes as well as a high success evaluation score, a short executive summary of the candidate, the key points, the strengths, areas of improvement, as well as any feedback to ensure that when your interviewers are asking questions on the next set of rounds, they get better. From here, you just save the note, and you'll find it under your saved notes. Now you're free to write any additional stuff that you might like, such as ML certificate. Any information that you think is useful to know later. You can then use these notes to obviously compare your candidates and truly see for yourself who is better. Now, as for this value here is higher success evaluation, you don't need to believe it. If you believe the candidate was an 80% and that the AI is wrong, you're free to believe that. Ultimately, this is a guide, more so meant to empower those who are recruiting and not really to replace them. Now, finally, we have the credits. So, the way the system works is there are no contracts, there are no monthly subscriptions. You pay for what you use. I believe in fair business. If you don't use the app a lot, then you shouldn't be paying a lot. If you use the app a lot, then you should be paying a lot. So you can purchase credits. We will figure out the pricing later. By the time you are seeing this video, there will be proper pricing. But so far, we're thinking $25 for 250 credits. So if for one recruitment session you spend 100 credits, then you'll be left with 150 credits. And let's say you're going to hire again in the next 6 months. Those 150 credits will be right here waiting for you. And you didn't spend 6 months paying for a software you weren't using. This is the only fair way business must work. Now, in closing, let me be blunt. There are two types of companies emerging. There are those who are using AI native recruitment to build exceptional teams faster than ever before. And then there are those wondering why they can't find or keep great talent. Your competitors are going to continue recruiting the old ways, seated there in spreadsheets, emails, maybe they even have an ATS. But all it does is match keywords. It doesn't actually truly judge and filter the people who go through it, asking random questions that frankly don't really assess whether someone's actually great for the job or not. The future of your company depends on the people that you hire. Transform how you build your team and you transform everything. Start today.